Hi students, I'm Aruna, lecturer in computer science, Sarshayar College for Women, Eluru. This is the last topic in unit 1. Today we are going to learn about more HTML. In this, we will learn about multimedia objects, frames, forms, HTML document headings.
What is a multimedia object? Multimedia objects are the files that contain images, scan documents, audio recordings, video clips. In the previous classes, we see how we will attach images, links. All these are simple text. Here we are going to see how we attach an audio file and a video file with a tag in HTML. The term multimedia encompasses all the means of communication. The web browser supports many multimedia formats. Multimedia can be almost anything you can hear or see, like text, pictures, music, sound, videos, records, films, animations, and more. All these comes under multimedia objects. These tags include audio, video, embed, and object. Why we use audio tag, video tag? The audio tag is used to display audio file in a web page. For that we are using audio tag. If we want to display a video file on a web page, then we use video tag. Then object tag. What is an object tag? An object tag is used to include multimedia objects directly into a web page. What it includes? It can include audio files and video files. How it includes? This object element is used to support HTML plugins. The purpose of this object is to support HTML plugins. What is a plugin? A plugin is a program that can be launched by a browser. Plugins can be used to play audio and video. Let's see the syntax for object tag. This is the syntax. Object, data equals to URL, type equals to string, height equals to n, width equals to n. This is object tag. What an object tag includes? It includes both audio files and video files. We can also use embed tag instead of object tag. Let's see example for this object tag. This is our program for object tag. Here I wrote only a simple text for this. Let's see the example, how it executes. This is the outcome of this program. Here in this object I placed only text. If I want to add multimedia objects, in the sense audio files, video files, images, for that I'm using this object. According to our syntax, object, data equals to 5 and the width, height. Let's run this program. This is the output of the program. It includes audio, video files and also simple text by using object tag. Object, data equals to, I have taken file 1.mp4, height and width. Multimedia supports different types of formats. Multimedia format. What are the formats that are used for adding audio files or video files? Multimedia elements like sounds, videos are stored in media files. The most common way to discover the media type is to look at the file extension. How we identify the audio file, how we identify the video file with the file extension. If I saved with .mp3, then it is audio file. .hwf, it is a video file extension. With these extensions, we can easily identify the audio files and video files. These are the different formats for multimedia elements. Multimedia elements also have their own file formats with different extensions like .swf, similarly .wmv, .mp3 and .mp4. These are the different formats for audio and video. Audio and videos used in multimedia formats. Audio formats like MIDI, WAV, MP3. Video formats like MPEG, Flash, MPEG-4. MPEG-4 is a new format for the internet, and the Flash format was developed by Macromedia with an extension of .swf and .flv. Similarly, MPEG, moving picture expert group format. These are video formats, and audio formats MIMD is musical instrument digital interface. Let's see the example of my multimedia objects with our audio tag and video tag. Embed tag, how it works. Instead of object, we can take embed. Embed type equals to image, source, width and height. So this is with the help of embed tag. We can also use object tag. Next, only audio file. This is an audio program. Let's see the output. This is the example for audio. Audio tag, source, src equals to file name. I saved this program with audio.html. Now I am playing this audio. Similarly with the video tag. This is video program. So video with video tag, video, width, height, source where we are getting that video, and the type of the video. So this is our video. Sample program we have seen an object tag, embed tag, audio tag and video tag. Next topic is about frames. What is a frame? Frame is used to divide your browser window into multiple sections, where each section can load a separate HTML document. So frames divides the entire screen or a web page into different sections. In each and every section, we can place a separate HTML document. I can divide the web page into 4 sections, 5 sections, 2 sections. According to our requirement, we can partition the window into different parts. Each and every part can load a separate HTML document. We can run different HTML documents on different sections in a single window. Multiple sections in a single window. A collection of frames in a browser window is known as a frame set. How we arrange these frames? With the help of a frame set. Window is divided into frames. It is similar the way tables organized into rows and columns. How a table is organized? A table is represented in a tabular form like rows and columns. Similarly, the window is divided into frames. Creating frames. How we create frames? To use frames on a page, we use frame set tag instead of body tag. In a previous classes, we have seen body. Instead of body, here we are using frame set. In that frame set, we can include a number of frames. In the sense, your window is divided into how many sections? If I divided the window with 5, then 5 frames, 4 frames. The frame set tag defines how to divide the window into frames. The rows attribute of a frame set tag defines horizontal frames. Here we use 2 types of attributes, rows and calls. Rows attributes defines horizontal frames and column attribute defines vertical frames. Each frame is indicated by frame tag and it defines which HTML document shall open in that frame. I divided the window into different frames. In each and every frame, I can write a HTML document. For displaying that HTML document, we use a frame tag. Syntax for frame set. Call attributes, rows attributes. As I specified that call attributes divides the frame. What type of frames? Vertical frames. And the rows attribute divides the frame into horizontal frames. Frame border. It takes a value either 1 or 0. If we want to place a border for a frame set, then we can use 1 or else 0. This is a syntax for frame set. Tag that is used for frame set is frame set with attributes calls and rows frame border. So we have to specify the columns with the percentage into how many sections I can divide the frame. Here I have taken 10, 80, 10. My entire page is divided into 3 frames. One with 10%, other one is 80% and the last one is 10%. Or else I can divide the frames with rows 10, 80 and 10. Difference is if I use rows, the entire page is divided into rows, the entire frame is divided into horizontal frames. If I use call attributes, the entire frames are divided into vertical frames. What is the tag that is used in frame set? Frame. The frame tag defines a particular window within a frame set. I divided the frame set into 3 parts, 10%, 80% and 10%. So in that each and every part I use a frame. In each frame we can download a separate HTML document. Syntax for frame tag is where this frame is placed after the frame set. Within a frame set, we can specify frame tags. Syntax is frame, name equals to frame name, source equals to file name, scrolling yes or no. So what is a source attribute? Source attribute is used to give the file name that should be loaded in a frame. Where we load a document in a frame, from where we are getting the document, this is provided with the help of source attribute. Source attribute value can be any URL. For example, source equals to html/aboutus.html. Here I am referring the document from aboutus.html from HTML folder. Next attribute is name attribute. If I want to assign a name to a frame, then we use name attribute. This attribute allows you to give name to a frame. It is used to indicate a frame a document should be loaded in. This is important when you want to create links in one frame that loaded pages into another frame. These names are useful when we take more number of frames and these frames are loaded into another frame. We can easily identify with the name attribute that frames can be identified easily with a name attribute. Scrolling attribute. This attribute controls the appearance of scroll bars that appear on the frame. If the frame size is large, then we can move the frame with the scrolling yes or no. If we want scrolling, then we can use scroll equals to yes or scrolling equals to no. No means should not have scroll bars. This is the sample program for frames. How we wrote frames? With a frame tag that is in frame set. Frame set calls 20% and 80%. Here I have taken only 2 frames. Frame source equals to menu.html and the name for that is menu page, and the next frame is source main.html, name equals to main page. This frame set includes 2 frames. The entire window is divided into 2 parts. One with 20% and the other one is 80%. So each and every frame is identified with a name. Here I have used the name one with menu and the other one with main. This is the menu program. Here in that I have taken hyperlinks, college, multimedia, list, table. These are the previous programs we have already discussed about list, table, multimedia, objects, college. Now we are framing these programs. Now we are arranging these programs in a frame. The window is divided into multiple sections. In that section I am running these programs. And this is the main program. So see the program. This is our program. Let's run. Program name is sample. See, if you observe this, I have created 2 frames. In first frame, I have taken hyperlinks, college, multimedia, list, table. This is second page. This is menu page. This is main page. This is a frame. These frames appear with the help of frame set, and in that frame set we have divided into 2 columns. One is 20% and the other one is 80%. By clicking on this, see, the video is playing in this frame. Next, if I click on list, this is about list program. This is about table program. These are the names If I click on that frame name, that data is displaying in another frame. College. Here I have produced the college website. This is about list. This is about table. Next topic is forms. What is a form? Why we are using this form? HTML forms are used to select different kinds of user inputs. HTML forms are required when you want to collect some data from the site visitor. For example, during user registration, you would like to collect information such as name, email ID, phone number, all this. It is used to pass data to the server. A form contains input elements like text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons, select list, text area. All these are the elements that are used in form tag. This is the syntax for form tag. Form action equals to script URL, methods get and post. This tag is used to create HTML form. Action tag specifies where to send the form data when a form is submitted. If I enter my name, roll number, class, section, all this data, if I enter this, where all these data should be submitted, in which form data should be submitted, for that I am taking action attribute. Method tag. Here we are using two methods, get and post method. Method is used to upload data. The most frequently used are post and get methods. Here we can include all the tags in a form. Elements like input tags, text area, radio buttons, checkboxes. HTML forms the input element. The input element is to select user information. Any element vary in many ways depending on the type attribute. I can use text field, checkbox, passwords, radio groups. For example, name. I can type only text. Password. Text with hidden characters. Text fields. The first element is input type equals to text, defines one line input field that a user can enter into the text. Here we can enter our name in a text. For that we have to take input tag. Input type equals to text, name equals to string, value equals to string, size equals to n, maximum length equals to n. Here I have taken an example, first name. For that I have taken text field. So I have to write input type equals to text, name equals to first name, value equals to Sairam. The text that is appeared in this text field is Sairam. Field with different attributes. Type indicates the type of input control. For the text input control, it will be set to the text. Name is used to give the name to the control which sent to the server to be recognized and get the value. This is used to provide initial value inside the control. Size allows you to specify the width of the text input control in terms of characters. Max length allows you to specify the maximum number of characters a user can enter into the text box. Type text provides the type of the text. Name provides the name of the text. Value is the initial value that is placed inside the text field. Next one is password. This is also a single line text input, but it masks the characters as soon as user enters it. If we want to hide the text in the text field, then we use type equals to password. What type of element we are using? Password. They are also created using HTML input tag by type attribute is to set to password. Syntax for password text: input type equals to password, name equals to string, value equals to string, size equals to n, max length equals to n. Maximum number of characters allowed, how many characters we have entered, the value that should be appeared on a text field, name of the text field, and what type of input we are providing? Password. Means it masks the characters as soon as user enters it. Here I have taken example user ID. Input type equals to text, name equals to user ID. Password, input type equals to password, name equals to password. Text area. In text field we have entered only a single line text. If we want more number of lines, multiple lines can be entered. This is used when the user is required to give details that may be longer than a single sentence. Multi-line controls are used. Syntax is text area, rows equals to m, calls equals to n, name equals to string. Name attribute used to give a name to the control, which is used to send server to recognize and get the value. Rows indicates the number of rows of a text area box. Columns indicates the number of columns in a text area. I said that multiple line input controls are used. For that we are taking text area. How many lines should be taken? That is represented with rows and columns. 15 rows, 5 columns, 5 columns, 20 rows, 20 columns, 5 rows, like this. Here text area, rows equals to 5, calls equals to 50, name equals to description. Enter your description, close text area. If I want to, for example, if I want to enter any address field, address of our place, city, or else college. If I want to say the address, then single line is not enough for me. Then I go for text area. Checkboxes are used when more than one option is required to be selected. For example, if I know several languages, I want to select those languages. Then I use checkbox. They are also created by using HTML input tag, but type attribute is set to checkbox. In a previous slides we have taken input type equals to text, input type equals to password. Now we have to take type equals to checkbox. Same syntax, input type equals to checkbox, name string, value string, checked. Example is input type equals to checkbox, name equals to Telugu, value on check. Next type of control is radio button controls. Radio button controls are used when out of many options, just one option is required to be selected. Only one selection with many options. They are also created by using HTML input tag, but type attribute is set to radio. Input type equals to radio, name equals to string, value equals to string. See the example, input type equals to radio, name equals to gender, value equals to male. Similarly, type equals to radio, name, gender, female. Input type equals to radio, gender, other values. Here I can select only one, either male or female. I can't select both. We can choose only a single option. Next type of control is select box control. Select box, also called as drop down box. It has a list of various options from where a user can select one or more options. Select name equals to string, size equals to n, multiple select. This select statement has several options user can choose. For that we require option tag. Option value equals to string, selected, text, close option. See the example. Select a name, drop down. Option value equals to Vijayawada, selected. This selected indicates the text that appears on a drop box. If you place selected in Hyderabad, then the text appear on the drop box is Hyderabad. Here I selected Vijayawada, then the drop box appears with Vijayawada. Button controls. There are various ways in HTML to create clickable buttons. It can also be created with input tag. Button type equals to different types of buttons we can use. Submit, reset, button, image. Submit creates a button automatically when a form submits. Reset, this button can automatically reset form controls to their initial values. Button, this creates the button that is used to trigger a client-side script when a user clicks on that button. Image, by clicking on that image button, we can submit. This is the entire program for form designing. Here I design a form with the text field, checkboxes, radio group, select box, all this. Let's see the example for frames and let's see the example for forms. This is our form program. Let's run. Here the first input I have taken text field. It allows a single line. Next one is radio group, gender, male, female, others, languages known, checkbox, address, text area. This is the output of form, our design form. Here I design a form with first name, gender, languages known, address, city, submit. The first type of input tag I have taken text field, and the next one is radio button, languages known as checkboxes, address is text area, city is drop down, finally submit button. First name I have taken text field. It allows a single line character. Radio button, we can select any one out of multiple choices. Checkboxes, we can check multiple options. Text area, if you observe the address input tag, here I specified 5 rows and 50 columns. The size of the text area is with 5 rows and 50 columns. This is enough for writing our address. city with a drop down box, selection box. Options, we can select option from this. I have taken all this. Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Vizag, Elur. Finally, if you click on this submit button, data is submitted. Here I can select only one field. If you observe here, radio button, we can select only one. Here I can select all this. By default, I place checked for Telugu subject. Here for Telugu, you can type the address, select the city, submit. You can change the name. This is about forms. The next topic is HTML head documents. Head is a container for metadata. The head of a document contains the control information to be used by servers or browsers. Tag that is used for head contain elements is head tag. The head tag include titles, scripts, styles, meta, etc. These are the tags that are used in head elements. First type of tag is title. Defines the title of a document. Base defines the default address or default target for all links on a page. Link defines the relationship between a document and external source. Meta defines about a HTML document. Script defines client-side scripting. Style defines style information for a document. All these tags are placed in head tag. First tag is title tag. In head section, we are using title tag. This tag is used to provide the description of a HTML document. We can't have more than one title element in a HTML document. Title element displays the title for a web page on a web browser title bar. Provides a title for the page when it is added to your favorites. Displays a title for a web page in search engine results. Syntax for title is title, search your college for women, Elur. Next tag is base tag. This base tag is optional. The base tag specifies the base URL tag for all related HTML documents in a document. This is the base address for referring all the documents. Base href equals to address URL. Link tag. This tag is used to allow other documents to be linked or linked in current document and an external resources. This link is used for importing CSS files. For that we use link tag. Link rel equals to type, href equals to URL, type equals to string. Style tag. This tag is used to specify the style sheet for a current HTML document. Inside the style tag elements, you specify how HTML element should be rendered in a browser. If I write a style here, if you observe in this example, H1 color equals to red, paragraph color equals to blue. I can assign this value for each and every H1 tag or P tag. In each and every web page, I have a number of H1 tags. I have paragraph tags. For every H1 tag, I have to make a color attribute equals to red or else color equals to blue. For heading tag, I have to make the color as red and the paragraph as blue. Instead of writing everywhere, I can use style tag. This style can be applied to all the H1 tags and paragraph tags. For that, we use a tag style. Style type equals to text, whatever the styles you want. Finally, close style. Next type of tag is script tag. This is used for defining a client-side scripting, such as JavaScript. If I want to write Java programs in HTML, we can use a script tag. For that, it requires an attribute language. Language equals to JavaScript. Source equals to URL. Type equals to text or JavaScript. We can write programs, Java programs, with the help of script tag. See the example. Script type equals to text or JavaScript. Document dot write hello world. What this script tag displays? Hello world. Meta tag. Meta tag is used to provide metadata about HTML document. It includes information about page expiry, page order, list of keywords, page description. If I want to provide a description of a web document, when it is created, by whom it is created, at what time it is created, what are the key features of that document, about the description for that document, all this can be done with meta tag. Meta tag can be used by browsers, how to display the contents or to reload the page, search engines, keywords, and other web services. Syntax for meta tag is meta name equals to string, content equals to string. Here I have taken name equals to keywords, content equals to HTML, cascading style sheets, XML, JavaScript, etc. Create a biodata by using form. That form should contain choices available for the biodata. These are the reference books I have used, and these are the links. You can refer this. Multimedia objects. What is a multimedia object? The main purpose of using multimedia object is we can insert audio files and video files in a web page. Frames. For viewing multiple views in a single document, we use frames. With the help of frame set and frames. Form. An HTML form is used to collect user input. The user input is the most often sent to a server for processing. This is about multimedia objects, frames, forms, and head-related tags like link tag, title tag, script tag, style tags, all this. These are the frequently asked questions. What are the formatting tags in HTML? For this, we have to write what is a HTML and the formatting tags like bold, italic, underline, subscript, superscript, heading tags, all this. Explain various network topology with neat sketches. What is a topology? What are the different types of topologies? We have seen different types of topologies like tree, bus, star, ring, mesh, all this. What is a list? How they are created? Tags that are used in list are 3 different types of lists we can create. Ordered list, unordered list, definition list. Explain about frames, how we create frames. Next, how a form is created in HTML, designing a form in HTML with inputs like text fields, radio buttons, groups, all this. Write about the key features of LAN and WAN. Difference between absolute path and relative path. When we are using hyperlinks, we can specify the full address of a web page or only a current address of that particular web page. This is about absolute and relative paths. Explain about head tags in detail. What are the head tags we have discussed? Title, link, script, all these. Title tag displays on a title bar. Remaining tag, style tag is used to display style. Scripting tag is used for user validations, client-side validations. Meta tag can be used. For linking of other documents, we use link tag. These tags are included in head section. Next, explain about the following tags with their properties with suitable examples. Tables, anchor, font, image, and background color. These are the questions in this unit. Go through this. Thank you. Have a nice day.